I've said this before, the path for the Christian is not easy. There are seasons, there are times where things seem easier, but it's not easy. You have new people that come, and I think of, there's just a few new folks I'm seeing, and I think to myself, as the pastor, I really need to be praying for these people. And you really need to be praying for these people. Most of the people in this ministry are seasoned warriors. You know, you've been through the battles. You've got, we'll call them spiritual battle scars that say, I've been there, I've been through it. The ones just starting out, it's amazing, because I think back to when I just was starting out and everything was fresh and new and everything was giddy and good, and you hit the first bump in the road, and if you're not prepared for it, it can mess you up. And I'm looking at a lot of these new folks coming, and I'm just asking the Lord to give them the insight, give them the understanding, give them the wisdom to know that part of this is going to be part of the trip. There's all kinds of dynamics that are going to happen as people come. This whole idea that you come and somehow He's like a person with an ironing out all the wrinkles and making all the wrinkles go away so that your path is wrinkle-free. The testing of your faith, the trial of your faith. Don't ever forget that. Insight for understanding may come in a second, like you're hearing and suddenly the lights are on and things are starting to make sense. But keep it in your mind that when the trials come, and not all trials are intended to bring about the negative, but all trials will sift to see what's in the heart. Will you trust God? Will you keep trusting God? I got a call from a woman a couple of months ago saying, I've been tithing, I've been participating, I think she's been around a few years, losing my house, everything's falling apart. Now that's kind of it's a pattern. I've watched over the years of people do this. And suddenly they think the panic button should be hit instead of, I'll trust God. I know God's going to see me through. These are trial times for me, but God will see me through. God will provide. God will make a way. Now, I'm just saying, please, for all of the listeners here, I've told you the future of the ministry, I've told you, I've cast it with you, I've put it before God. It's like placing it on the altar. Lord, I'm not going to try and keep something on life support. If you don't want it and the people are not motivated enough to care about it, I'll give my life for the church, but I'm not going to have it sucked out of me by people who are just expecting me to do it all. I can't. I won't. But what I will do is the thing that I'm called to do, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm calling you to not only be vigilant about the things I've asked you for, but specifically the new people that are coming. Please pray for them so that they have the spiritual insight to know that testing and trials are going to be part of the trip, and they've got to faith it through. They've got to take the teaching and apply it. What good is it to listen to something and say, this sounds great, if you can't start applying it in your life and making those lessons be a part of what you do in your daily walk? That's what's going to get you through. And then those first tentative steps that you take, and then, okay, I got through that one because I wasn't quite sure, but yeah, I look back, now I made it. Now there's another challenge coming down the road, there's another trial coming down the road, and that's going to continue your whole life. But as you go, you get a little tougher. Remember Dr. Scott's message on jerky Christians? You take another whacking, get a little tougher, build up your spiritual muscles, and the thing that you thought would kill you, you look back and you say, I made it through. I'm still here. But that needs to be almost told to people as they come, because I perceive that this is the malady of a lot of people. They come in the universe of your problems will all go away, and God is just smoothing the path and everything's going to be fine. And then what to do when these things happen? How do I handle this? Well, I just told you. And at some point, you're going to look at the next challenge, and instead of going, oh, you're going to say, my God can do anything. But God, who is rich in mercy, I know my God will supply whatever it is that I need to make it through. He's going to get me through this. Now, I think I'm asking you to pray for the new people. I'm also asking you to be aware. I haven't left the subject of spiritual warfare because the spiritual warfare has not left and will never leave. That's always an issue on the table. So please pray for these, and pray for the people that you know are faltering and needing a little extra help from the Lord. And we know that God can and does answer our prayers. In Jesus' name. Get on the telephone.